What is this? Does anyone have an idea of what that is? Is it a planet? Is it a star? Is it a drone? I'm in New York City, and I've lived in this house for 6 months, but I've been around here my whole life, and I've never seen this before. It is a cloudy night. There's no other stars that are easily visible, and this thing has just been floating in the same spot every night I come out here. What the hell is that? Like, there's a plane right there. Looks like a star up there. That is not a plane. That is not a star. Right there. What is that? I don't want to go into TikTok and see this conspiracy theory and all this shit, but like, does anyone got an answer? Is it the aliens? Or do we discover a new type of energy? So we're gonna plunge a few minutes. I'm gonna use it as a pre-workout. Go in the gym, get a good full body workout. Try to lose these man tits, and then maybe a short sauna. So we're gonna try to condense that part of the day into like an hour. So like a few minutes in the cold water, maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes working out, and then maybe 15 minutes or so in the sauna, and then shower, dinner, and do the night routine. That's an ideal day. Like if you could figure out a way to do that, like even if you take a cold shower, drive to the gym, work out, and ideally sign up for a gym that has a sauna so that you can sauna right after you work out. Especially for a guy, that's the best because you pre-cool the body and then warm yourself up working out. And that has, from the research that I've read and a lot of anecdotal evidence, it has an increase in testosterone. Girls seem to get an increase in testosterone just from doing cold water therapy. And testosterone is really important for girls too. So girls with low T, they have a low sex drive, they put on weight easier, it's not good for them either. And guys, it's horrible. Guys, it's our master hormone. So, but for guys, it seems like there's a hormone that signals testosterone to be made, and when you cold plunge and then work out to warm up, whether riding a stationary bike, jogging, push-ups, whatever it is, to like mechanically warm yourself up, that sends a signal to increase testosterone. Some guys have had really cool results from it. So cold plunge, gym, sauna, if you can. Like this is just an optimal day that worked out this way for me, but when I can do it like that, I love to do it like that. So let's do it. This is something crazy about plunging that I haven't heard anyone talk about. It has increased my sense of smell. I had a rough case of COVID a couple of years ago, right before I started plunging, like a lot. And I was looking up ways to like repair damage, taste, and smell. Like there was a point I couldn't taste and smell anything. It was like scary, it was horrible. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. It sucked. And I was looking up things that help, because it seems to be nerve damage that does that. The olfactory nerve seems to get damaged by some viruses. And I was looking up things that help repair nerves, neurogenesis. And like some B vitamins are really good, so I started taking like a B complex, exercise, good sleep, all the things that are good for your body. Certain types of mushrooms, but I didn't want to get into mushrooms. I'm not a huge fan of supplements. I like to try to do things a little more on the natural side. And I saw something about cold water and electrical stimulation in the brain. And like when you first start cold plunging, I used to feel this like electrical like shock to the body and like to the brain. It was wild. And I was like, I wonder if this will help. And I started cold plunging, and after like a month, I start to see like really good results in my smell. And still to this day, when I get into plunging, when I first got in here today, and that's the reason I'm bringing this up, is I smelled my neighbors cooking. When I was out here first talking and like getting ready, I didn't smell it. And then when you first plunge, I guess that electrical stimulation, that shock to the system, it might have to do with like the survival mechanism. The cold shock sends like signals for like life or death almost. And the olfactory nerve, the nerve that's in control of smelling, is like right at the base of our nervous system, like the stem. So maybe like some stimulation happens there, and I always have a heightened sense of smell. It's pretty wild. So, which is a good sign. Better blood flow to the brain, better stimulation of parts of the brain. And if you had COVID or you had loss of smell and taste, some people get it from other things, not just COVID. But try a cold plunge for it, and have it difficult. Have it not like friggin' ice bath, dangerous or really hard, but get into something below 60 degrees that's a struggle for you. Do a few minutes a day for a month or two. Don't just do it like once or twice. So many people just try it once or twice, and it's like if you went to the gym once or twice, like yeah, maybe you'd feel a little better that day and like whatever, but you wouldn't see the results that the gym can really give you. Same thing here. In order to see the results, give it a month or two of consistency. And if it's okay to miss a day, I don't recommend doing it every day. Take a couple days off, but stay on top of it. 5 or 6 days a week for like 2 months. And see if whatever ailment you're trying to use it for, whether it's mental health or pain or inflammation in your body, back pain, joint pain, or if try for taste and smell. If you lost some smell, you had COVID, you had a virus, and see if it works for you. It might not, but it might work. Different things work for different people, and this definitely worked for me. My smell and taste, I feel like, are better than before I had COVID. See, like this water is warmer. The ice melted because we had like this little like heat wave and right by the New Year, and it's not that much easier. I get my hands and feet aren't killing me, but it was still tough. I don't know what this water's probably in the upper 40s. The ice melted, but still wasn't easy. And we have a really big cold wave coming for like the northeast of the United States, and even like this I don't know what you call it, like around the Carolinas and stuff. But then I think the month of January is going to be super cold, like a winter we haven't had in a long time. So if you want to adapt before that gets here, start in your showers with some cold water, baby. I always tend to be a night owl. Like night plunges feel great. Then like working out at night feels great. I love it. But I think for the circadian rhythm, it is better to wake up early, cold plunge early, get sunlight early, even work out early, spike your like adrenaline and like those hormones early in the day. That really sets your circadian rhythm, so you get into much better REM sleep at night and deeper sleep. So I'm gonna do this tonight, but the rest of the winter, hopefully we can shift earlier. That's one of my 2025 goals, is a much stricter sleep schedule. So in bed by like 10, sleeping by around 10. The sleep you get before midnight seems to be a little bit more valuable. And the water's a little warmer, I just stay in a little longer. So if it's really cold, you can only do 2 minutes. All right. If water happens to be a little warmer, we'll stay in a little longer. They don't all have to be like so cold. They'll have like different feelings to them. Just like every gym session isn't the exact same. Some are longer, shorter, more intense, less intense, different flavors. But I hope seeing me do this every day, I'm not an extremely consistent person, or I wasn't in the past. So when I first made this like deal with myself, like, all right, you feel like shit, it's the middle of winter a couple years ago, let's do a 30-day challenge. I just challenged myself, like, don't miss a day for 30 days. That's where this all started. And I plunged a few times before. I've done cold showers. I was like, all right, I'm gonna start at 59 degrees, and every week I'll drop it a degree, and I'm gonna not miss a day for 30 days. And I did that, and it was really difficult, but by the end of the 30 days, I definitely was starting to have some momentum in my life. I was like, I think there might be something here. And then the 31st day, I did the 30-day challenge, and I was like, all right. And I was doing whatever. And then that night, I was like, shit, I shouldn't have skipped it. I should have kept going. And I was like, all right, that's it. Tomorrow I'm starting at 1 year challenge. I'm not going to miss for a year. And that was scary just to say it to myself, because I was like, I don't want to let myself down. I don't want to fail at this. And I never gave myself such a long goal. And starting the next day, I was in the mid-50s at that point. And that was 670 or 600 and something days ago. Haven't missed a day. And I traveled to different states. We moved a couple times. So much has happened. I was sick. I had food poisoning at one point. I think I had COVID again. So much has happened in those couple of years, and I still didn't miss a day. Sometimes it was 5 o'clock in the morning before a flight. Sometimes it was 9, 10 o'clock at night because I had a long day and I could only do it then. But I always fit it in somehow. And it more than doing a cold plunge, it proves to myself like, oh shit, I could stay consistent with something that's hard, because it is a pain in the ass thing. It's difficult. Like, you feel good after, but like it's still tough to get into. So like I was like, damn, I was able to stay consistent for freaking going on 2 years now, and it translates to other areas. So it's like, oh cool, like your subconscious knows that you can persevere and do hard things and stay consistent with them, because a lot of people struggle with consistency. I think I'm going to talk about like New Year's resolutions and habit change for like the next week, because it's such a area that so many people struggle with. Like, I double checked, and James Clear's book Atomic Habits, I read it when it first came out. I thought it was a great book, and I can't, usually self-help books like that don't stay on top of the like bestseller list. It's been at the #1 nonfiction book on Amazon for so long, and it's still up there at #1. It's freaking crazy. I think that is telling of the condition that this country's in. Like, this, maybe a generation or two ago, before there was like such easy access to like free dopamine, which is scrolling, and like, I don't know, like a different mindset of the nation, but like people have such a hard time with behavior change and just breaking a habit or building a new habit, whether it's vaping, like starting to stop vaping, or trying to stick with like a, I don't know, exercise regimen, or I don't, whatever it is, whatever, like for me was posting educational content. I like helping people. Like, I realize like when I'm in other jobs that don't have people involved that I'm helping, I just don't feel good. I don't feel satisfied. I love when people have a problem and I have some information that could help them with it, especially when I like struggled with it myself and figured out solutions. So like my habit has been like building a business or building a brand where people come to me for help. So like that's what this YouTube channel is. It's to build a brand and awareness of like, all right, this is a place we can come, learn some shit, get motivated, meet people who are interested in that stuff. But Atomic Habits is a great place to start. Read Atomic Habits, but oftentimes reading a book and then doing what's in the book is like so far removed. Like, you read it, you feel good, maybe you do a couple things, but to actually do the things that the book is recommending, how many people, most people just start a book and don't finish it. The stat is crazy how high it is. I personally listen to audiobooks. If you're an auditory learner, it is a freaking game changer. I don't know, I've had such good luck with reading or listening to audiobooks. But I think a way to figure it out for yourself is play with different areas. Like, maybe doing errands around like cleaning the house, it works well for you. That doesn't work well for me at all. If I'm like doing yard work or fixing something, I can't listen to a book. I keep getting distracted. Driving, the same thing. I lose track of what they were saying. I have to re-listen. But for me, walking the dog, it's just enough to stay stimulated where my mind doesn't wander, but like I'm in like download mode. It works so well. So it might be the car for you, it might be errands for you, it might be something. But if you do like audiobooks, try them in different things, like doing the dishes, walking the dog, like whatever it might be, to find an area where it might work better for you to download information, because that's all it is. It's just a way to get information into you, whether it's reading a book, watching a YouTube video, listening to an audiobook. So let's go to the gym, keep talking about Atomic Habits. Like Peter Attia, if you guys are familiar with him, he's a longevity doctor. He has a podcast now, but like one of his most popular podcasts was when he had James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, on, because the country is apparently like, I don't know, starving for that information of like, how do I change myself in directions I want to go in? Like, let's use an example. How do I stop vaping and start losing a few pounds?